shut up, because loser of this series is going home with nothing. MOUZ on the other side, they've been given a damn good opportunity, and they are going to make the very most of it. CT side start on Nuke as well. Feels pretty nice. Frozen's got Julies. We've got a molly and a smoke for Heroic. And out they go towards the ramp. Backwards jumping, S-tag style, but oh my goodness! Easy tags, easy headshots for MOUZ.
Mate, any hope of like coming into this with a renewed perspective if you're Heroic? You know, imagine, right? You've just been sat there,
yeah.
Cadian's going, oh, come on, boys, like, you know, we can do this. Like, it's all fine, don't worry, it's our map. And, you know, everyone's like, yeah. Oh. Just dead on a ramp push. Cadian now confused about which team he's on, holding outside for a cross. Of course, in his old age, he has... no, I'm messing around. Here we are, leaning his way into Mortel. That's clean, but
shot.
Traded immediately after the fact. And MOUZ grab the pistol.
Oh yeah, I'm a little scared for Heroic just off the back of that previous map, and like you said, the pistol doesn't renew our confidence neither. Let's see if Heroic can find a force buy. I mean, this is a stress test, buying up Tech9's round 2 with no plan. KD's got a scout, but it's a very risky buy. It's going to put their rifle round in round 4 instead. A bit later than they would like. And Cadian's gone from outside, unfortunately. Dunked with a nade. Torshi finishes the job. JDC, oh no, he was the B anchor last game. Now he's sat back on the ramp. He will get overwhelmed though. Oh, Tech9s do tap back, and there's some guns to pick up. stavn can't quite take the bomb there. He's going to have to smoke it if he wants that weapon. Torshi ready to spam, but stavn is taking his time, waiting for the reload before he gets out like a bandit. Just about.
Yeah, there's a real chance of doing something here for Heroic. Bymas is looking at his teammate's monitor.
Has he crashed?
I don't know.
It does look like it. We've seen, who was it? Was it Alexi who won a round by staring at his teammate's monitor?
No, yeah, but I don't know. I don't get the vibe that that's it.
He's just trying to wait for info. He's trying to...
Yeah, that's what I was
assuming. He knows they can't be on him. But I don't know. Outside is, like, open. In theory, they could be on him. But... I don't...
It's very cursed, whatever's happening there.
I think he has crashed,
Oh,
mate.
God.
It doesn't look good for Bymas. It doesn't look good. The round is live, though. We must play on. Oh, Bymas! Come on! You got it. Oh, he's been seen. Bodyguard for Bymas. What is going on? Someone spectate him quick. Maybe he can play off that way.
We got to get Bymas out. We need to get him help.
Just walk away. Just walk away, Bymas.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Oh, it's like playing Tetris right now or something. My God.
And he just still got the knife out as well.
Look at this dude. Look at the top of his head. Get me out. Thank you for looking at the top of his head. But, yeah, I imagine a technical timeout is incoming. I've got tears in my eyes. High action replay here. Oh, Bymas.
It's like you know when like you hear a noise or whatever, or like you need to go. No, I better you need to go pee in the middle of the night, but all the lights are off, so you're like feeling around the outside of the room.
Using echolocation. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I've been there. I can. That's so funny. I can walk around my my parents' house with my eyes closed, just off of walking around in the dark, not trying to wake anyone up, hands on the walls.
That's so funny.
That's how I break in at night and steal all my things. Oh my goodness.
Right, well, that was as far as second rounds go.
That was probably very confused. Why did they say we had Tech9s?
Yeah.
But hey, here we are.
Ironically, that was the best T-side round yet out of Heroic.
All series, man. All series.
Bloody hell. Right, yeah. So just getting that one sorted out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Do you think he could play like that? Whole map?
No. No, obviously not. Right, look. Heroic get a freebie there. There's no denying it. And you can't look a gift mouth in the horse, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they didn't mean to hit that button. They need to capitalize on this one. Here you go. Ooh, that sounds
horrible,
scuffed. Do not do that.
I won't do that again. Right. Hopefully we're all back in now.
Here we are, right back in. Balance has been restored, everybody. It's fine. I did need a moment after that one, if I'm being honest, just to recollect myself. I've been collected now, like garbage on a Tuesday. His test says out through the door. Jabbi's with him, but ultimately, Dexter flying through the heavens. Dupree would have. Dexter don't. 3 versus 3 as the A site now belongs to Heroic.
Yeah, bomb can go down. There's a quick flank though through the lobby. JDC, I said quick, he's taking his time and just turned around. He did not see that one. JDC did though, creeping in with a beautiful headshot. There's a gun gifted as well. Cadian fighting, but JDC is so aware. This guy is fresh. If you didn't see the previous map, he was the hard carry in the server. Frozen from heaven. Not got the gun for the job. Gonna crawl out through the smoke. Stavn buying time. Cadian back at the site, and they're gonna maul, apart from JDC, who might have a chance here. Seconds remaining, and he can't find the kill. Stavn puts up more kills in this round than his entire second half of Vertigo. Rounds around, and Heroic, hey, that pistol may have been pretty filthy against them, but if it took a crash to get their heads back in the game, well, that's what it's going to take.
Yeah, from crash and burn on Vertigo to crash and learn here on Nuke. They're now well and truly back in the swing of things. And there's everyone inside of this A site. Heroic are running at them, and we'll call it a mixed bag of results. The nade should seal the deal, and the deal hath been sealed.
In doth, it hath. 3 to the 1, 1 to the 3. Let me tell you how I made a leave with me. Buy round coming out from MOUZ.
Yeah, it does suck to have the anti-eco, uprooted like that. But you got to brush these things off, right? Could happen to anyone. That's what you got to tell yourself. So now they're right back in with the big guns.
The bigger the better when it comes to guns. Little ramp walk. JDC spotting it though with a nade. Doesn't want to peek with the nade though. Might have to throw it over the box. Could get caught with a headshot. They're in no hurry. Smoke's outside as well, just to feign something. It's only Stavn crossing around with them. Frozen can maybe take a spot from his garage position. JDC has seen this go down at ramp. He's going to drop the nade. It's beautiful. And again, MOUZ's utility has been fabulous this whole series. Cadian holding for a lobby take here from MOUZ. It might be the best bet when you lose that control and info outside and on ramp. It certainly looks like a B play. MOUZ want to make sure they clear out the lurkers before they do anything, and so they move into the hut. Bymas in no hurry. Heroic have gone stone cold. Oh, Cadian turns. He's been holding this 30 seconds. He looks back. Bymas, and he does die. There's no up to follow up. Good shot. No scope by Torshi. Heroic will NB.
Yeah, but MOUZ kind of want this. They're too strong here, and too strong on Dexter. He's flexed on them with a double. Still very much alive, still very much in the picture. Stavn's made it down through the secret side, but guess who's here? It's an AWP beating down upon him. And as he tries to come around this corner, Torshi gonna hit him with the big green. All right,
Okay,
they will flush out
okay.
Dexter. Now a chance at the plant, and they don't try and finish the job onto stavn.
Oh,
Instead,
no,
hoping to deny a plant,
why?
and there isn't time anymore. They let that AWP get loose, and Torshi absolutely ruins their day.
I guess they were scared of ramp, but like planting for decon when the only position they had was double. stavn had got that control towards control and the double door. Yeah, sure, the other player could be ramp, but you know that Torshi was vent side, decon side with the AWP. That seems like a massive oversight for Heroic. It was a risk they had to take versus the unknown and the guaranteed. And they didn't do it. Weird. Smokes outside, but look who's here. Frozen right behind them, could even get flashed out garage. He's heard the run. He knows stavn's made it down. The other players are lurking yard, but Frozen still has the position to stop anything here. A flash will ruin Heroic's entire round. Has anyone got it? It doesn't seem like it. Torshi's taking his flashes ramp. Frozen might just have to dry peek. Aiming at the feet. They've walked into main. Now Frozen can activate, I guess. Bomb's been dropped. That's a double up for Frozen. He hears the third firing, but Dexter helps from the heavens. And stavn maybe B, but with no bomb and no help, he can kill who he wants. This should not be recoverable.
Yeah, he'd have to come up the vent here, and Dexter is holding it.
Uh-oh.
All right, little trickster stavn, huh? Made some noise like he was going to go secret.
Yeah.
Also made noise in the vent. Right now, MOUZ are really weighing up their options, thinking he's secret bound, when in reality, stavn's taking the very long-winded approach of heading up through ramp and maybe going to look to wrap heaven or outside. Only problem he's going to have is that clock is constantly ticking down, and when it reaches 0, there's no winning for him.
Damn.
That's how she goes, Bubs.
Crazy how time works. It all comes so fast. And that will be the save. Lock it in. Number 3 for MOUZ. Counter-terrorists win. Given the money in his pocket, not too bad. He's going to be fine to keep 2K alongside his teammates and go into this presumably full eco round for Heroic, but they need as many T-side rounds as they can get. That's all we've learned today. And Heroic will force. That's crazy. All right. They're in an unforgiving mood. But they know, winning a round early when MOUZ's money is still on the rocks, still not established, it can mean everything. They'd get free AWP, they'd break the bank completely. It's the risk reward. Hey, Heroic want to take it. But if it doesn't pay off, it digs them at a grave. JDC coming up from lower. This is a hell smoke. It's going to land in front of the locker windows to let Heroic cross either off of a silo jump. Maybe Cadian's going to attempt that. I think he's on silo right now to go and run round hell and wrap this A site. Meanwhile, they look towards ramp, but you've got the AWP in the perfect position. Yeah, not committing. They don't know it, but they've just saved themselves. There's that hell smoke out. Cadian is on the ground, rather. Bymas, solid A anchor here on this map. He's going to spot that wiggle, but there's players deep in the door as well. They can line up. He gets none of them. Uh-oh, this is where calamity can begin.
Yeah, Dexter's got to hold the line. He's got support. Heroic could even vent drop here, but they will try and run it down into the A-bomb site.
Oh.
Frozen and JDC with kills still. It's left to the 1v1 and a missed shot out of Torshi. stavn's mollied off heaven. That's going to deny the peak. Smoke on it. Torshi taking another fight. Now dropping into the site. And there's the swing to close. stavn didn't hear him, didn't know about it. And so Torshi is able to keep MOUZ in this one, up in the lead now. 4-3, calling in attack pause. They're not happy with how that round went, and fair enough. Shoulda and probably could have been a lot cleaner. Other way around. Coulda and probably should have been a lot cleaner.
Indeed, it could have / should have. I mean, it was a nice try given the force for Heroic. They only had 1 AK in that round, bunch of pistols, but running through that main smoke absolutely bailed MOUZ out. JDC continues to just put on a show on the rifle. He's been doing it all day. Heroic Oh, okay. At what point do we say it's too much, Harry? At what point do we say it's
Are
enough?
they forcing it?
They just keep doing it. They keep buying. They keep buying. And, you know, close round. Can give them that. They might even win it. It's just such a big risk. They just don't want MOUZ to make that money, and they want to keep catching them off guard. The benefit here is this is so mental that MOUZ might not be ready for it. Another speedy A play, but back turn for the flash. The second one will not be a problem. Dexter full blind still mauls 3 players, and the molly certainly helps in the hut. While the bomb makes it down vent silent and Tessus can cut rotations, jabbi cannot doubt himself. He has to insta-stick.
Yeah. Big J with the bomb, plugging in those numbers. He's made money at least. But Bymas gonna smoke him, and now it is just Tessus left up in the 1v4. They're on the bomb already. He can't win the round. Dexter's even just to really safeguard it. So he's going to go looking for the gun. Dexter also thinks he's going to go looking for the gun, and he wants to remove that last man. 4 in the round. Lots of money for Dexter. All in all, though, jabbi realizing that that was pretty scuffed, darting down the vent in the 2 versus 4 and getting a plant out of it is a nice silver lining for Heroic.
A plant? Let's buy, guys. We got some money. We got Tech 9. We can buy. No, please don't. And I hope they won't. And they shall note as they go for the eco. Tech 9 armor, but this time that's all they've got. No hero rifles. Heroic set up for what looks like another A-pop. Dexter starting vent. Oh, Orb's got to watch out. Blind. These flashes are really good on this A side. Bymas can see nothing. Tessus runs him down, and maybe the forces wouldn't work, but the half-buy could. 5 on 4. MOUZ have to play a retake, and Tessus has got that gun. He needs to hand it off, though. He's low. Give it to literally anyone else. stavn tries to flank heaven, denied by the ramp flank push from JDC, and Cadian spotted in the vent, is stuck on the ladder. Players above and below. He's just trying to play with his food. Dexter wants a meal. Shush will catch down Torsi, but this ramp flank is beautiful for JDC, and he puts on another show. What's so good about these ramp flanks for JDC is he's not hurrying them. He's not rushing the backline. He's taking his time, and Heroic try and re-push back in, up close to the Tech 9s to retake lobby, and he's just waiting in radio for the kills to come to him. 6-3, considering that was a man-down retake, MOUZ make it out scot-free. You're looking at me weird.
No, I don't know. Am I going crazy, or did JDC just turn into a floating pair of hands for a second? I know to you, you didn't see it, so that probably sounds really weird.
Yeah, maybe.
He just became a floating hands.
That's his magic trick. Now you see me, now you see these hands.
Well, Heroic have been catching his hands all damn day, haven't they? JDC is still living up to the hype since Vertigo, and now they force the first tactical timeout out of Heroic. I feel like, you know, in these last few rounds, we just kind of witnessed the same round over and over again. And hell, I mean, you can't argue with the results, right? These fast A plays have worked wonders at getting your plants, at doing damage, but they haven't won you a round yet. And now you kind of need to go back to the drawing board, explore some other avenues here. Cadian's got that up. I want to see what he plans to do with it. Already having a kind of better look early on than what we got out of him on Vertigo, so hopefully he can find success with it outside.
Oh, this is a nice move for jabbi, and he's just dodged JDC coming down from Secret. So while jabbi's holding the rotation, JDC is running right by. Smoke's coming down. JDC's going to fight. If they can get that info on him, jabbi can activate to go and backstab. The molly's held JDC off, though, after the fact. Flashed. He does look into it, though. It's a bit awkward. And that means Heroic still don't have that info. It's going to come as a nasty surprise. stavn, though, he hits the shot. That's beautiful. stavn has really activated this map after a dire Vertigo. He is 12-5 right now in this T-half. jabbi the whole time has had vent rotation cut off. And Torshi's committed in dark with an orb. This is a difficult spot. I don't know how he's going to multi-kill here. He's got no smoke for a potential Molotov. And they're already planting the bomb. Mollies won't land onto him. He is the fly in the ointment. He is for the late round somehow. They haven't cleared him.
Yeah. They're not going to either. Shush is pushed up close to ramp. He actually could try and ninja this.
Play.
Right now, they do not have an idea he's here. They have got no clue. He needs to stop looking so far out to the side because his barrel will show, and if that ruins it, like, that's going to suck.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Tessa saw the barrel. Yeah, Tessa saw the barrel.
Unlucky.
Dude, I would have loved for him to just looked into the box, like, because let's face it.
I don't think they would. I think, you know, the distance he has to put between himself, like, the distance he has to cover between himself and the bomb, so far. Someone would have seen him.
How?
Like,
I don't know,
you don't need to save far away on
No,
Nuke.
that part's true. That part's
like,
true.
They saved in window. It's very unlikely, but I like the attempt. I
Look, man, I would have loved it, but yeah, they saw the barrel. He's like spinning around like a little spinning top in the corner.
Imagine the call there, like when you're sat in the post plant for like 30 seconds and then you go, he's dark, he's dark! Everyone's freaking out.
Yeah, bit of a shame, but you know, nice lower take out of Heroic. And you are dead on about stavn. He was very underwhelming on Vertigo in spite of like a good initial, I want to say like 10 rounds out of the guy. Went super quiet in the final 20. But he's back now, right when Heroic need him.
Why'd you do him like that, Harry?
Of course, JDC is just better. That is something you always have to bear in mind.
Poor guy. Yeah, Heroic, I mean, what have they got to rest their head on now? Ramp is a problem with this guy at the helm, and those A-pops, as you said, have never really converted rounds, although they've made them interesting. I think this is event smoke being lined up, but they changed their mind very quickly and instead throw a wall outside. Oh no, that is event smoke. He just used a different lineup. Guess he didn't like it. Right through the rafters, playing with their food, making MOUZ doubt, but it is going to be this top execute molly on the hut roof. Got to do something with it though. 30 seconds and Heroic are sneaking out the door.
Yeah, Bymas in a good spot to try and deal with this. You'd love a flash now that you hear util coming out, but there isn't really the ability to lob one in. Dexter doesn't have one. He's dead, brushed aside. Now they know about Bymas, and he's going to take a second with him. Really does all he can there. Still, is it going to be enough? Tessez with a double. Torshi coming up through the vent, but they're in main. And he can't quite stop the bomb in time. Doesn't matter. Him and JDC, they come together to win that 2v2 before Heroic even have an idea as to what's going on.
Dude, MOUZ are playing lights out CS today. Like, this is so, it's so reactive. Everyone's playing together. The CT side of Vertigo was beautiful with some of the util. Dexter was throwing himself through smokes, fearless in-game leading.
Yeah.
And JDC the whole time has been a rock. Torshi's not even been quiet either. We've not been talking about him a lot. He didn't really need to go crazy on Vertigo.
Well, dude, so
but he is here.
Here's the thing, like I was kind of almost mentally like minimizing MOUZ a little in my head because I thought it was more Heroic having shit the bed on Vertigo as opposed to MOUZ like doing impeccably. But now we're getting like the stavn that you need for Heroic to win games. That's not enough. MOUZ are legit in this one. JDC especially, like, just unreal.
And like MOUZ 5-on-4, they can just give the bomb plant over. They do not care. 2 players are trapped on top site. This is good for cutting off rotations, but MOUZ are all coming from ramp.
Yeah, they're already here.
They're all ramp.
You've dealt with one of these lurks. Bymas can hear the other one. He's saying, guys, you have a 4v2 on B. Get in there, win the damn round. stavn and KDM right now are just having to play this one together. Tessez is running all the way through Secret.
No, they're rapping. Sorry.
Moving on in. They're in the site now. Tap on the bomb, but stavn's made it in towards Decon. He's missing the spray. Dexter's wide on the angle. The defuse is being held, and there's the round going the way of MOUZ in the retake. They feel more than comfortable leaving it to the margins, leaving it to those final few seconds. They put an 8th on the board, and a clean one at that. This is legit as hell, MOUZ.
Yeah, we were saying coming into this game what a solid anchor Bymas is on that top side. He's doing it again. Like, even that previous A hit where they contacted door, he never faced once. It's so difficult to not face there, to just tuck for the hut. He waited for his rafters contact. He swings, he gets 2 kills. Right there, he's still anchoring A, waiting for a lurk. He knew Heroic snuck down the vent. There wasn't the whole team in the B bomb site. He does such a great job of just wrecking those rotations. And as you said, a 4-on-2 on B, MOUZ, get it done. Torshi's combat AWPing outside, and Frozer's climbed over the top as Torshi picks 2. Heroic are getting made to look like fools right now. They set up for their first dry yard round, and they get destroyed before they even get past blue. 4-on-2. And Heroic, they get no respect from their opponent. This is elimination, folks. This is a lower bracket match. And Heroic, who had to fight through the play, and same as MOUZ, to even get to this point, could go home with their tails between their legs. This would be devastating.
It's just like even more ridiculous when you factor in Heroic got given, essentially, I say given, you know, they had an easier round in their force because Bymas encountered tech issues, and yet still, this scoreline is incredibly one-sided thus far, and the rounds are so concise as well. Like, when they're winning, it's not on a knife's edge or anything. They're winning them cleanly. This round could get a little weird because Jabbi and Shush have gotten all the way into A. They're kind of startled that they've been given this much room. MOUZ have felt more than comfortable playing retakes though, and so they're prepared to leave this round to exactly that. Jabbi back in the lobby. If he wins this fight, the round could be Heroics, but he's missed the timing. JDC is now backstabbing them, moving on in. That molly forces Jabbi back, and JDC heard the footsteps. He knows there's a man indoors right now. Just Jabbi left. I thought he heard the footsteps. It looked like he was reacting, but no, they don't. They've got no idea. He can swing out. He's got to try Bymas. Swinging wide. JDC's dead. Jabbi with the double, and he stole this round. Just Torshi left to beat. He can't beat him in the fight, but he will put a 5th on the board for Heroic. Huge round for Jabbi.
Damn.
Massive.
I thought he balls that up as well, right? He was holding for the flank from JDC and then completely gives it up the second JDC comes around the corner. It's the one thing we've been saying. JDC on these ramp flank retakes is taking his damn time. He is not jumping the gun. And if anything, that lets him down this time. Even just losing that fight to Jabbi would at least been the info. They were watching heaven.
That one is a question mark to me. Like,
how would he
have gotten to heaven?
Yeah.
Because you had lower all round, you had heaven, and you had ramp. Like, there isn't actually a route he could have gotten there through. So, yeah, that one is a bit of a head-scratcher, and that's one that's going to hurt, really. Uncharacteristic as well from JDC, who's normally very, very vocal and demands a lot of information in moments like that. You know, if he's at all similar to how he was in MOUZ NXT, which I'm assuming he 100% is. Yeah, you know, we've been privileged enough to listen into his comms before. Normally, he requests a lot of info, he relays a lot of info. That's a bit of a misstep out of MOUZ, letting a round slip on by that they really shouldn't have, and that could give a Heroic a way back in on this T side.
Yeah, still a good CT side, still a good half, but it can certainly close up as you're pitching. Cadian, he had the spawn for Silo. Frozen made it to secret though, because Cadian's holding for an AWP back garage. There's nothing of the sorts. Torshi has been pushed off by Util all the way back, and he's going to flash this secret player in for a fight. Frozen won't jump the gun. Torshi smoke spams, and they cross into Frozen without a flashbang. 2 kills for free. Cadian trades, but again, it's in such dire straits. 2-on-4 here for Heroic. They've got to pull back the impossible once more, but they just did it. This exact round, a 2-on-4 on top site. A 1v3 for Jabbi, and at least the aforementioned man still standing alongside his in-game leader, AWP'd up, ready to go. Walking here though, Torshi could catch him with this AWP. Smoking the hell side. Trying to find this information, sees nothing. Cadian looks over the smoke. It's exactly what Torshi wanted, never intended to play behind it. He's just going to back out, play that clock. 40 seconds, very intelligent play for Torshi to not risk another fight when MOUZ don't need it. They know Heroic are outside. That's enough information. It's Heroic who are forced to make a play. Bymas on the roof, not going to be too helpful here, but has at least, oh no, jabbi just dropped. Now I don't know for sure Torshi heard that, but he probably should have. No one's looking at heaven though. Dexter doesn't need to, he's got cover. And Bymas is jiggling from hut. He's going to get mollied, but it's all on Dexter.
Yeah, time is a real problem as well, right?
Oh.
This bomb out through heaven is now in the sight, but he cannot win the round. Time will decide it for jabbi. It's very confused there in those closing moments. The clock coming back to put way too much pressure on Heroic, removing any hope of them winning that 2v4. And so MOUZ, you know, they might have let a round slip on by in the one prior to loss, but they're right back on the board, refusing to let up. We are getting a stellar game out of literally everyone, man. Even Dexter's been an absolute pillar compared to that first half of Vertigo where he was so quiet. He's stepped up in spades. Another one of these A-pops for Heroic Hell. These were working at keeping rounds competitive in the early stages. jabbi's gonna run into his death. It's very deflated right now. The nade at ramp, a lot of damage. And they might know JDC's here. They might have him trapped behind orange. But he's just staying alive.
How? They don't have a nade either to get him out. Even an impact of a smoke would get him. There's the shot finally connecting. There's a flank from Dexter coming in off the lobby.
Oh, Kenny has made it down the vent.
Oh, he saw the barrel flick back. Doesn't want to shoot too early, but Torshi is quick indeed. That we know. He's going to smoke them out, constrict them to the window side, a double door, and bomb denial. They run through the smoke to their own demise. Down in a clutch now with a minute on the clock. He's going to grab the orb and see what he can do.
Yeah, but they're either side of him. He's sandwiched, man. He's sandwiched. And Bymas will swing to close that out. 10-5 for MOUZ. Good CT side under their belts. They're looking for a swift 2-0. Heroic are going to have to dig deep if they want to take this all three.
Sometimes I like the way you try, even though you know you will fail. Sometimes
Elimination on the line in this lower bracket, best of 3, and the favorites of Heroic are favored no more. 10 rounds CT side for MOUZ on Heroic's map pick of Nuke, and after a 12-3 comeback on Vertigo, there is nothing in me telling me Heroic have it in them. Can they prove us wrong? Can they switch on? It's time to find out.
JDC, smooth moves. The rest of his team have made it into secret. Now he will be fed to the wolves outside here. But everyone else has ended up right where they wanted to be. They're in B right now. And Heroic are wrapping them through secret.
Bombs in vent. They open the doors at B to try and fake out, but they're actually ending A. Now Heroic are in the lobby, shush spamming with Julie. He's going to get one at least. You take that. The lobby component cleared out. Heroic poised for a retake round, but in an instant, headshots coming galore for MOUZ. They can go back down the vent for all they want. They've seen Tess's out top. Up the vent goes stavn, and Tess's helps out, but he's put down, and now they can, again, go down.
Drop. Oh my god, dude. They've gone to both bomb sites, so now they're returning to where they started. From B, up the vent to A, down the vent to B.
In-game leading king of Dexter. Upside down, inside out.
Yeah, man.
But enough about Australia.
He's caught the new, wait on a moment, look at this, Tessa's dead, and there it is, yeah, man. You know, Dexter, he's lived the Stranger Things life, he's lived in the upside down, and that whole round is topsy-turvy as MOUZ lock in a pistol. That started kind of direly as well, right? Like, they might make it down through the vent, but they were temporarily 3v5, and it ends up going their way. For Heroic now, they're forcing into this. If they don't win this one, their first buy is going to come at 5-13. And they would only have one chance. That rifle round slips away. Their time at Cologne comes to a very disappointing end.
It just hasn't looked like the Heroic we've been seeing all year, right? And I don't just mean because of the change. I don't think jabbi's necessarily been like a big problem piece in this series, but it feels like Heroic are in their heads a little bit, somewhat after that first map. But even with some of the buys on the T side of this one, it just didn't look like the Heroic we typically see. Just, don't get me wrong, some very frustrating rounds, I'm sure. They've looked that much, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. Beautiful spray for Bymas, an ode to Kierby, and he's on for 3. Canadians melted, and 12-5 on the flawless anti-force.
Also, by the way, like the amount of rounds that MOUZ get either flawlessly or force surviving, like is actually insane. It was happening back on Vertigo, even on their T side. The rounds they got were flawless rounds. So even that is like super concerning. Heroic always have a huge bank to break through. It means the game is really grindy, and simultaneously they never have any money. Yeah, man, I don't know. It feels, in some essence, like Heroic have already kind of resigned to failure in this series. I haven't liked some of the decisions that we've seen. I haven't liked some of the very, I would say, like lone wolf style plays we've had out of Heroic. There hasn't been a lot of substance here. You know, obviously first like proper outing with jabbi. So there was maybe a chance of like growing pains, but as you said, I don't think this comes from just that.
Yeah, and the sad part is like, well, I wanna, part of me wants to believe that they can do something on the CT side, but it's just so reliant on that first gun round that they score.
Yeah, essentially,
you know, MOUZ pulled it back from this same position.
Yeah, but
and
it's
Heroic
like
CT side on Vertigo was looking as natural as Heroic always do. Flash peeking, playing together, gamble stacking, perfect reads, players popping off. Had none of that on these T halves in either map.
Yeah, essentially now, if they do not win this rifle round, we will be saying goodbye to Heroic. That is more or less what we're looking
Almost
at.
so.
There are ways back in up against 15. Yeah, you could try grind out an overtime with a buy there, but it really hinges on doing it here or not at all.
MOUZ know that as well, so it's in their best, you know,
best interest
Yes, that's the word.
to pick this round up. Yeah, it would just give them the easiest direct route to knocking out Heroic 2-0 without ever even having to break a sweat.
Yeah, Dexter as well, definitely been someone who's received his fair share of scrutiny in this team as of late, so I think this is a really nice proving BO3 if MOUZ can do it like this. Flashing out ramp, not a great flash, in fact an awful flash, full blinds JDC and doesn't even go out ramp, so Heroic aren't blind, they take a 5v4. Great opportunity here in their first gun round. Cadian's pre-B with a teammate ready to stop this conversion.
Oh, that was a very clean dink. All right, Cadian wanting to get something done here. Jabbi dead after one. 2 versus 3 now, and it's Torshi and Bymas left up in this one. Torshi's been a real standout player here on Nuke. Didn't even demand much of him on Vertigo. Now he's looking to help win an impossible round. Homed in on Decon, he's gonna win that head-to-head. This would be a 2v5 out of these two, and oh my goodness, all the kills coming up in favor. And the last two for MOUZ, they're both low. stavn's gonna win the clutch. 1v2 goes his way. And so he's gonna keep Heroic alive, he's gonna keep them in this for now, but the fact it's one in a clutch, the fact it's one man surviving at the end does cause its fair share of problems for the Danes.
Just give them the victory, Harry. Let them take it. Let them take the round. Got to celebrate something at this point. What a terrifying situation. Sick clutch attempt from MOUZ. stavn will one-up them here. Very fast fingers, very fast flicks, and 6 for Heroic as they try and do the impossible. But I'm not doubting it now. After that one round, let's see what Heroic can start to pull together. MOUZ did it right to them on the CT side of Vertigo.
For me, I need 2 in a row before I at all get invested in this still being pulled back.
I mean, I need another 10, and that's just to start off the 3rd map. But it's got to start somewhere. stavn, he was at least solid in that T side. He's cooled off a little bit, but he was the one guy making stuff happen for Heroic. That could be a reassuring factor. Reboosting Heaven. Shush goes back up top. They're going to hear that, but don't want to bait Bymas out the hut. Jabbi's still on top. And in fact, Bymas kills Shush on a ramp flank. This is awkward. That's a huge gap now open. Rather, that's through the rafters. My bad. He peeked that Heaven rotation. He heard him run, as I said. So it's a nice kill on the top site. Only going to keep more eyes there for Heroic as MOUZ shimmy on down to the B bomb site. And numbers aren't known. MOUZ creepy crawling right now. And so, Harry, this might just have to be a save. If you don't kill the lurker of Bymas in the yard, it's more likely he kills you with his angle right now. Heroic are 45 in a post plant. We need a hero.
Yeah, Tesso's going to try and be that hero, facing at ramp. His teammates delayed on this rotate, and I mean, they're already bowing out. They're giving this one up, and this comes off the back of that one round that they were able to pick up, coming down to the 1v1. They don't have the sustain to attempt this. If they went for it, a man down and lose, they'd be broke up against 14, put in that situation where you go, okay, do we force? Do we have a really bad buy at 15? Horrible situation to be in here for Heroic. This is not a call you ever dream of making, but it's the only one you have. They've got to get out with these 4 guns. They didn't even attempt winning the round, so they best hold on to them. MOUZ laughing all the way to the bank with this one, up onto 14, just 2 rounds away from relatively convincingly eliminating Heroic from IEM Cologne.
Blimey. That would be quite the sculpt. Put some respect on MOUZ, who did play Heroic in the play-ins just a couple of days ago. They got a map of the series. That was it. For now, this puts them up against the loser of Vitality versus Movistar Riders, a game that will be going on after this one here on the same stream. And even that one is uncertain. Also a match that Movistar won just a couple of days ago in the play-ins, but as we're seeing today, history doesn't always repeat itself. Meanwhile, Na'Vi are guaranteed into the playoffs, playing for quarterfinals or semifinals on Sunday. Right now, it's all about the lower bracket run of dreams with one spot available between 6 teams. Crossing yard for MOUZ. Smokes again. They got them down last time. It was the round winner. They're going to go and attempt another cruel. This is what Torshi loves to do, T-side orb. He's going to get boosted red as well, I guess. He loves going on top and looking for fights outside. Dodges, looks into the flash. Too keen, really hungry to fight. And for good reason. stavn's picked out of the server.
That's the heavy hitter gone as well, right? Like, and I know that wasn't the case on Vertigo, but he very much has been the point man here for Heroic on this map. And with him now gone, in a world of Heroic, they might try to respond to this by taking lobby away, and that's exactly what MOUZ are accounting for.
Oh.
It is going to get checked by Shush. He's flushed him out with an auto shotgun. They're wrapping into hell. Tessez lines up a double. Frozen's off the ladder. There's another man now taking up position in the ramp room. Torshi's down on B while all this is happening, but he's dead to the vent rotate. Now that they've seen that, they're anticipating that bomb was coming towards B. It's not. Frozen dropping in. Does it silently as well, so they don't know he's inside of this A bomb site. Shush will flick back in time and find him. And so Heroic stay alive, but now just barely treading water in this one.
Yeah, respect to the tech from Frozen. That's not easy. That is not easy, but he makes it look as much. And yeah, was on for the 1v2. Could have certainly caught that player off guard. Very nice try. And yeah, MOUZ, they changed their mind. They were just going up heaven from that hell control into the A site. That would have been perfect. But they changed their mind last second. They run back ramp, and Tessez gets the double kill that goes on to win Heroic the round as knives were out in the hands of MOUZ. Another orb now for Cadian. Holding this silo cross. He's seen something, and he's going to take it quick. One by one. MOUZ will shuffle down lower again. stavn's here, jumping across. He's going to get some damage and prior warning as to the intention. With the door open, he's done damage. JDC can't cross safely. Didn't know that until he was out in the open. How's this guy survived 2 fights with his knife out? stavn might even smoke and push. He knows he's got him trapped low and dead. That's a beautiful play from stavn.
Yeah. JDC, the savior of MOUZ, was born in a barn, so he left those doors open and ended up getting rushed down. Bymas, hello. What are you up to there?
Nothing.
Not much, as Cadian, on perfect timing, turns to check out hell. For Torshi and Frozen, they're left with no choice but to commit into this B play. Down here doesn't miss those. That's the bomb tumbling away. Torshi's now expected to clutch 1v4. Far too much for him to do, and Heroic starting to chain together some rounds, offering up some resistance and building up a bank account. Positive signs that we haven't seen yet out of this Danish team. So maybe, just maybe, right at the closer, right at the buzzer, there's a way back into this for Heroic. It's not going to be easy. They're going to have to fight for it tooth and nail every step of the way. It's not impossible now.
A little confidence booster in the form of an eco for MOUZ. It is indeed a long road for Heroic, but let's not count them out. Spam. But a ramp walk. JDC's home on the CT side. Close. Tessez. This could be very chunky. Oh, it is. A kill and then some. He's going to keep the job going, keep spraying and praying, and even falls down safely, not giving a gun over to his opponents. They'll have to rush him. They'll have to earn it. 1 health on Tessez. They're right here, but so's the support. Jabbi does come in with a kill and can close the round with ease. It's only Frozen stuck out in that lobby with the bomb loose on B. No hope in hell. But taking a kill or 2 with him would be lovely, just to keep Heroic honest.
Yeah, any damage he can do is nice, right? We touched upon how important that's going to prove for Heroic in the long run. If You force a bit more reinvestment out of them here. You can do yourself well for the future. Gonna be easier said than done, though, with just this Deeg. He's been spotted now. They know where Frozen is. They don't even really need to fight him here. Jabbi's just taking peeks, knowing that the round is pretty much safe. And I mean, there's Cadian to wrap in and finish things off. So 9-14, 5 rounds the difference between them. MOUZ need to strike while the iron's hot. They do not want this to end up being a 3-mapper. I think you've been very fortunate to get in the heads of Heroic as much as you have. If you get them believing again, it's suddenly going to feel like you're up against a very different team.
Yeah, I mean, if in the same way that MOUZ pull a comeback and were suddenly super reinvigorated in the start of Nuke, not their pick and not a map that they've won in these head-to-heads before, the same effect will happen for Heroic if they do the impossible. All right, Cadian confident, doing what Torshi got away with in that CT side, aggressive warping outside. Torshi's gonna check it. Cadian sees an arm and he takes a leg. Heroic 5 on 4. They sneak back into safety, re-smoke the choke, and force MOUZ to make a move. I don't know, it feels like a bit of a change. Feels like a different vibe right now.
Right?
MOUZ are feeling the pressure of this elimination. And Heroic have nothing to lose. Cadian's already back to ramp, and they don't have a flash. This is a freebie for Cadian.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get one and then send the other packing, right? Ramp is not your way in, MOUZ. Luckily, no, they are going back to it. There's Cadian, lighting them up on that peak. Gonna go untraded, no chance at reclaiming that kill. Down to just 3 now for MOUZ. Cadian's done a hell of a lot here, and stavn's helping out now outside. There is still a second man in Garage, and he's so aware of this, man. Frozen boxed in, finished off stavn there with the kill. Leaving it all on Bymas. 20 seconds, 1v5, a flawless round for Heroic. And they're now on double digits. They're now grinding their way back into this one.
Oh, I can feel a vibe check. Maybe a pause would be a good time for MOUZ right now. Just have a chat, talk to Cyclone, get ahead of this before it's too problematic. Because now Heroic, I mean, they're hunting kills, Harry. They know they have so much money. It's well worth the risk. But Bymas will hold on to his gun for now. 14-10, double digits at least. Can they find any more, or is it just consolation here for Heroic? Maybe a faster round would be the way in, right? Bymas, we talked about his A anchoring just as much. He can hit those top sight on this T side very well. Seen many a transfer from hut roof to heaven to CT vent. This guy has great spray. As shaky as it may be, it hits. I'd love to see a quick one for MOUZ, right? Something that Heroic time and time again at the beginning of this T side frequented those A rushes, getting into bomb plants, and MOUZ pulling off really sick retakes.
Something that's huge here as well is just that, like, stavn and Cadian basically non-factors in that last map. It kind of fell to everyone else, and that's not what we're used to seeing. Well, here they're well and truly back in the swing of things, and I think, you know, if you've got Cadian getting fired up, that's only going to re-energize the rest of the crew. Fast over the top of main. JDC's denied by stavn. Tessez is getting rushed down on the ramp side, but he's going to get out of there, landing a bit of nade damage on his way out. Ramp might be owned by MOUZ, but both avenues that lead off of this position, both the B site and Hell, currently accounted for. Heroic have doubled up inside of B, ready to play a trade game here. Shush will get flushed out. Tessez dead as well. A 3 versus 3. MOUZ, these are the opportunities that you've got to take full advantage of if you do want to get this game over the line.
Doors open though, they're going to try flash peek it. stavn nades the plant. It's a bit more damage, goes a long way, or at least it could. But it's given away his position. Bymas is tucked in, very dangerous post-plant spot, but he catches Jabbi on that rotation. MOUZ now a man up, and Heroic have got to risk it all for this retake. Out the door together. Bymas going to swing on Dexter's contact. He gets caught. Bymas can't find the angle. stavn so shocked by his own teammate right behind. You can feel the pressure mounting, tantalizing for Heroic, and Frozen might have to pull the spam out to save the day. He's done it. Cadian has to stick. No chance as Bymas shoots him through the smoke, and MOUZ find match and elimination point in this best of 3.
Heartbreaking for Heroic, man. Just as they were starting to believe again, just as they were starting to feel like they were regaining some control, a partial buy around a hero AK absolutely destroys them. Bymas, a huge part of it. He was the guy who saved last round. He was the one with the AK. And he puts up 3 kills from it. One to get them into the bomb site, and 2 in the post plant to close.
Only 5 rounds. They can come quick. But that is a sigh of relief for MOUZ, who at least have the guarantee of overtime, but they do not want to play it, Harry. More orbs. Another chance for Heroic. At least they have a buy. It would have been devastating if that broke their money, but thank goodness they can at least contest with their backs up against the wall. Cadian back garage now, not even looking to fight outside, just trying to cover across on an ace split. And so because of the lack of outside info, there's event rotation. stavn can go and reinforce lower and help out in secret if he must. Bymas is getting spammed from ramp, for crying out loud. But MOUZ will go back to late smokes after any potential Molotovs could put them out. Heroic are going to have to let them down. Molly to stavn, who's sat back on the stairwell. Oof. Oh, dude.
Dear. That's a lot of damage.
He really is feeling the pressure, like even from last round where he flicked because he thought Cadian was his opponent behind him.
You can tell he's like very much carrying the weight of the team on his shoulders.
Yeah,
you know,
I love this bait and switch.
Right, let's see. Bait and switch set up over at ramp. Tessez, there's the first. They were not ready for Shush. The trade is found by Torshi, though he will avenge his Academy League brethren in JDC. We end up in this 3v3. Frozen's hanging around, holding for a rotate. Dexter's even waiting back in lobby. If Heroic do attempt to re-aggress, if they do attempt to shuffle this setup around at all, MOUZ are going to find them. But MOUZ cannot wait forever either. They do have to go eventually. Cadian's still waiting back in the garage. That one gets delivered to him for free. And now Jabbi up on top of Hut makes quick work of Dexter. It's just Torshi. That's a far shot to open. And another into main. Just stavn left to beat. 1v1. Torshi looking to close it all in style. Flashed off the angle, stavn's up the vent, back into the lobby, through the door. Torshi comes knocking, comes hunting, doesn't need to do this, but he wants to end it, and so he will! A huge round from Torshi to send Heroic packing. Their Cologne is over, and MOUZ keep fighting on.